on, babe. Do what I say. Like my name was Simon, y'all. Netflix, her couch. Soon as I leave, sign me out. St. Louis up like we in the trees. Star fried rice like Vietnamese.
Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us at 2K Sports are as we get ready to start the season in style. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Champ. He's guarded by Vassell. Here's Champ.
That's a great contest by Vassell. He's got the tools to be a very good defender.
Fox, the pass to Vassell. And here's Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Fox. The bank shot, no good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
And he gets that one.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Vassell outside. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
Yeah, nice shot by Vassell. Really good three-point shooting.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. Talking with him about De'Aaron Fox, I asked Coach what he wanted his guys to do against him, and Coach said not give him room to run. De'Aaron is dangerous when he's attacking lanes and leaking out in transition, so we need to limit those opportunities. So it sounds like they're aiming to slow the pace down. We'll see if it works for them.
Allie, thank you. And the basket by Castle.
Yeah, and for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Back to Fox. Takes the three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, hats off to Fox. He really's upgraded that three-point stroke.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Fires for three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. And while we have a break. Here's Mamukelashvili. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From 7, blocked! And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Fox. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
We've got P.J. Washington. He's out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Z in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Fox against Thompson. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Tenacious stuff there from Fox. It takes guts to sink a shot while being fouled.
And Dallas making a change here. Davis is checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Chris Paul. Oh, there's the alley. Back come the Spurs in transition. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The 3. Fox splashing it home from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Nixon. Over Fox. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
There's a minute 40 left in the second period. Pass to Johnson. Back to Fox. Fires from deep. Davis with a rebound.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Hook loose.
Shit.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. From deep. AD stretching the floor.
Very effective facing up. AD spotting up and cashing in.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Fox outside. The floater. Fox hits it right through the contact.
How about the soft touch from Fox? Measuring the floater beautifully. Love his initiative.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Thompson against Barnes. Shoots a fadeaway. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. And now a 3-point Spurs lead.
Obviously, Fox has good on-ball instincts. He finds a wide-open guy and quickly feeds him. Making sure of it with the 2-man slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. He's off on that one. And so it's De'Aaron Fox making highlights for San Antonio. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich. And, Coach, a hot start for you shooting the ball, but in what areas could you improve as a team?
Well, that's all we're seeing. Neither team's playing any.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Y'all think she gonna make that? She gonna miss that. She ain't been gonna lie. It's that.
Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, famage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie. I said famage.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching.
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tries a 10-footer, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Dallas shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies both as a team.
Boom his ass, Jalen. Boom his ass, Jalen. Let's go.
You can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Ryan, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Ryan, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. Champ can't hit. The Spurs have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Inside, Castle. And it's Z with a rebound. Z's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yes, sir, Vinci.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Out to the wing. Here's Champ.
Oh my God, Jalen.
And it's off from 3-point range.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think
here's Nixon. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Knocks down the long J.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here's Wembanyama. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer.
Glad I made that nigga solo 7-3. We need that. It's the 80.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big
Bear
fella with the sweetest
632.
pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Washington. And it's Tiny in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Davis with a screen on Paul. Here's Nixon. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Fox. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Barnes comes in for Sohail. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And Castle subbed in for Chris Paul. Pass to Irving. Here's Champ. Outside Davis. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Vassell outside. Always attacking Fox.
Can't lose sight of Fox or allow him to feel comfortable looking to score this close.
Here's Nixon. Pass to Champ. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Castle. Clock at 6. Good to Mark. Unable to get that one. And Davis has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Z. And Dallas hits again.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching.
Where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Dallas.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Wembanyama. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
To the inside. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
What's my steal, 2K?
Fox feeling it out a bit. Deflected.
Yeah, shit, bitch.
Here's Nixon. He's covered by Fox. Out to the right wing. Here's Champ.
Oh, my God.
Three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 10. Now Fox. Good.
Yeah, Fox is going off. I mean, he's gotten the ball on offense, and he's been relentless.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs. This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Dallas. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
We might fuck around and go undefeated. And me and this nigga Jalen at 84. Solo is at 89. We fuck around and go undefeated.
And they never let up.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Now here's Fox. He's closely guarded. Wembanyama, high post. And that one drops.
Smart move by Fox off the pick and roll, passing to a ready score.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Here's Nixon. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Hey there, Anthony. That was a tale of two halves. What started working for you there?
We started playing defense. In the second half, playing the right way. We started sharing the ball. We started playing a little bit more pace. And we was able to get the lead. The first half, we wasn't playing defense. We wasn't talking. And, we came out in the second half and just kind of took it away and just made sure that, we were aggressive on the defensive end.
I know you have high standards defensively. Glad you turned it around.
All right, Allie, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.
Hey, I'm gonna hop back. I need to get as soon as the game over. But you ready to watch the game?